Shalom. This is a brother Yair Badunyam coming with a lesson. I pray it be edifying to the flock. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, or Hakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. I got these two news clips I want to show, and it's just to help brothers and sisters understand where we're heading, where we're heading in Babylon, America, and where we're heading in these other westernized Edomite nations that we've been scattered to. All right. And not just them, but I'm painting a picture for those areas right now because the news reports are talking about those areas. But in general, throughout the whole earth, you're going to be seeing a lot of this going on in these news clips. So a lot of this this sentiment, what's the word I'm looking for? Sentiment. People are feeling this way. So yeah, it's this year coming up in 2025, we're going to see a lot of this going down. A lot of more of this happening, more of this feeling that people are going to have. And it's going to lead to bigger things. I'll say it like that. But let me show the news clips, and then I have a little bit of commentary and a scripture too to just help paint the picture.
And now moving to Europe, Germany is still in shock after a deadly car ramming attack at a Christmas market in Magdeburg City on Friday night. The suspect, who killed 5 and wounded more than 200, is a doctor from Saudi Arabia and has been living in Germany for 2 decades. Now, Saudi Arabia had in fact warned German authorities against the suspect last year, but Germany ignored the threat. And as new details emerged, the German government is drawing anger from the public, with many protesters calling for mass deportations of illegal immigrants. Here's more on this unspeakable tragedy.
So I'll stop right there. Just as you see, going into talking about mass deportations, talking about mass deportations and whatnot, so just it's mentioning that. And like I said, this is what you're hearing a lot, especially in Babylon, America. You're hearing about deportation, because that's one of the top 3 things that Trump talked about. He's talking, deportation. So, but as you see, they're talking about here in Germany, and not just Germany, but other countries are talking about this same topic also.
An aggressive critic of Islam and the German government, a quiet neighbor who seemed to be friendly but private, a doctor with threatening posts on social media. Talib al-Abdul Mohsen is the 50-year-old man accused of ramming a car into a busy Christmas market in Germany's Magdeburg, killing 5 and wounding more than 200.
Wir sind gestern auf dem Weihnachtsmarkt gewesen.
We went to the Christmas market yesterday, and yes, we basically left at 6 p.m. We left shortly before 6 p.m. and then later realized that we could have been hit. Unbelievably sad. It's unbelievable. I feel shocked. There are no words, no suitable words. I live right behind the Ali Center, so it's unbelievable. It's simply unbelievable.
German authorities say the suspect came from Saudi Arabia in 2006 and was granted asylum 10 years later in 2016. Professionally, the man worked as a psychiatrist at a clinic in the nearby town of Bernburg and treated offenders who suffer from drug addiction. Personally, Al Abdul Mohsen helped young Saudi women seek residency in Germany. But that's not all. Officials say they received a tip-off against the suspect last year, that he was capable of violent attacks. The warning came from Al Abdul Mohsen's home country itself, which he left as an anti-Islamist. Reports suggest that Saudi Arabia sent not just one, but 4 official notices to German authorities, informing them about the suspect's extreme views. Moreover, Al Abdul Mohsen also had a history of insulting and threatening local authorities. However, in a country where violent attacks have become frequent, even with the strictest of laws, authorities conveniently ignored the tip-off and failed to prevent the latest mass murder. The reason? Officials say Al Abdul Mohsen did not fit the usual profile of perpetrators of extremist attacks. He described himself as a former Muslim, and his social media expressed support to the far-right anti-immigrant Alternate for Germany party. His recent posts on X, however, suggest that the suspect turned from anti-Islamist to anti-German, sparking confusion about his motives of attacking a crowd with a rented SUV.
At this stage, the only thing we can say with certainty is that the perpetrator was clearly Islamophobic. We can already confirm that everything else is subject to further investigations. We'll have to wait and see.
The latest attack that stunned the country's Christmas spirit has drawn grief and anger from the public and politicians, with questions mounting over security lapses at an extremely crucial time.
It is now important that we clarify the situation and that this is done with the utmost precision and accuracy. Nothing must remain uninvestigated, and that is how it will be. We have assured each other of this everywhere, the federal government with the state, with all those who have local responsibility here. And of course we must understand the perpetrator, his actions, his motives, so that we can respond with the necessary criminal and other consequences. And we will.
Notably, in just 2 months, Germany will hold its federal elections, and immigration is likely to be a hot-button issue. So far, 40 million people living in Germany are from a migrant background, and most of them come from Muslim-majority nations like Turkey, Kazakhstan and Syria. In fact, 6.6% of the German population is Muslim. This is in contrast to countries like Poland and Hungary, which have stricter immigration policies and have made life harder for Muslim migrants. But the aftermath of the car attack in Magdeburg suggests a growing sentiment against immigration, as Germany's far-right protesters flood the streets, calling for the mass deportations of migrants.
So that's the first news clip. But like I said, as you heard, because of what happened in Germany, because I did a lesson going into that attack. What was it? I think was it last week or like last week or 2 weeks? I can't remember. Or last week, might be last week. Can't. It happened like a week or so ago, but. Anyway, they are, in Germany, they're pushing for mass, deportation, just like they're pushing here in Babylon, America. Esau is trying to get rid of the brown people that's in their countries, okay? They're getting things set up. This is what they want. They want to get rid of all the brown people, as they said, migrants. They said over there in Germany, 40 million are migrants that come from you know, Muslim countries. I mean, that's a lot. And not just Germany, you know, France, Spain. There's a lot in the UK. There's a lot in these different Edomite nations. And Esau is feeling it. They're seeing that these nations that have been dominated by the Edomites, they they see that they don't have that same dominance anymore. So they're going to be pushing for deportation, you know. I mean, we've been trying to tell you, like, this is the beginning of a lot of stuff that's going to kick off. That's going to lead to major upheavals in the near future. You know, deportation is going to be a big, well, it's like immigration is going to be a big thing coming up in these countries. They're going to shut the border down. There's a lot going to come from this. But this is going to help and shape how Esau is losing. They're losing their power structure that they set up. They're losing it. You know, this is just one way you can see it. It's all failing. Everything they set up is failing. You know, and it's through Yahweh Shem Shai. So we've seen these things, but this next clip is going into something that happened in Tampa, Florida. You know, and you know, when I watched, I listened, and they mentioned the individual that was part of what happened, and they mentioned that person was an immigrant too. So I'm gonna play that one, but again, you know, you can see things are. I've shown both of these videos to show that things are tying together. They're tying together.
3 alarming signs your blood
So
sugar
like for
is
the
high.
commercial.
1 thirsty all the
Security alert.
Oh, let me go back.
Good evening and welcome tonight. I'm Mark Wilson in for Linda Hurtado.
And I'm Haley Hines. Thanks for joining us. First at 5, they were masked and armed with a crowbar. But 2 men who broke into a Bradenton home last night ended up coming face to face with a homeowner who was armed with a gun. Investigators say the homeowner fired shots, killing one of the intruders. The other ran off but was arrested blocks away. As Fox 13's Kimberly Quizon tells us, the sheriff is now praising that homeowner.
Manatee Sheriff Rick Wells says the homeowner did exactly what was needed to be done to protect his family. He says the suspect who was arrested came to the U.S. on a 90-day visa from Chile that expired in September. Just after.
So you heard the reporter said that one of the suspects came to America on a 90-day visa, and it expired. No. So again, this person was illegal, as they would say. He was illegal. So I'm just showing you, like, this is what they're pushing out here. You know, people coming to these countries and these main countries that they're mentioning in the news are Edomite countries ran by Esau, Edom. Like I said, Babylon, America, last video, Germany, and then if you do the research, you see other countries like the UK and France, they're having the same issue. This is what they're pushing out. And you're going to see in the near future, these countries are going to do a mass revamp on things, and they're going to do a mass deportation of brown people. It's coming, which I said, and it's going to lead to major upheaval in these countries, because people going to fight back, and people that say they've been there for, you know, years, maybe a decade or more, but they're going to start trying to kick you out. You know, they're going to start trying to kick you out. a lot of mourning and whatnot's coming from this. Let me get this scripture right quick. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse, I start verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And that's what's going on. Esau, Edom, they're in rulership. And as you see, the world is mourning. The people are mourning. And through what's coming, the people are gonna, mourn a lot. A lot of turmoil is about to hit Babylon, America, and these other nations. I just, they keep speaking about deportation this, deportation that. These little buzzwords that they're pushing out there, and this is where the Edomites are getting in order, because this is what they want. They want to kick out these brown people out their countries, supposed countries, that they rule. They want to get them gone. And as you see now in this news clip, what happened? They were trying to rob a home, and look what happened. One got shot and killed, and the other fled. And this is when they come and mention that the person that got away, that they caught later, was illegally here in Babylon, America. So these incidents, and in Germany, what happened with the doctor that rammed into that crowd and killed 5 people, they're going to use this to help their cause of deportation.
9 Thursday night, a man and his wife were in their home on Hickory Hammock Circle in Bradenton's River Club when they got a security alert.
They hear this commotion going on. They see these suspects that are masked up, trying to break into the home. They were able to pry that window open.
The homeowner only had seconds to act.
He knew that something bad was about to happen, and he didn't stall. He grabbed his firearm. He told his wife to get into a safe spot.
Manatee Sheriff Rick Wells says the husband came face to face with the masked men. One was already inside his home and another was climbing through a window. Nearby neighbors heard what happened next.
I sat down next to the lanai. The door was open, and I vividly heard, 3 gunshots.
27-year-old Jorge Nestevan Flores Toledo of Mexico, who goes by Annabelle Miller Valencia, was injured and later died. Detectives say he had been arrested for burglary in Illinois and had an active warrant for a parole violation. The other suspect, 39-year-old Michelle Sotomelo, ran off. A Manatee Sheriff's K-9 stopped him a few blocks away.
I praise this husband for doing what he needed to do to protect his home and protect his family.
Sheriff Wells says Sotomelo entered the U.S. from California on a now expired 90-day visa from Chile.
Somehow made it to Tampa about six days ago.
Investigators are now working to determine if Sotomelo and Flores Toledo targeted other homes. In court, Sotomelo used a translator as he was ordered held in custody.
I just want to say that I never had any firearms or killed anyone.
I don't want you to interpret any facts of the case.
While deputies are working to figure out why the pair came to Manatee County, Sheriff Wells says there's one undeniable fact.
The bottom line is, this is the state of Florida. You want to break into someone's home, you should expect to be shot.
Additional charges are pending, and detectives could charge Sotomelo with felony murder since his accomplice died while carrying out a crime. In Manatee County, Kimberly Quizon, Fox 13 News.
Kim, thanks. Also new.
Don't pay anything to fix your roof.
Yeah, so you heard the sheriff said what he said. This is the state of Florida. If you try to break into somebody's home, prepare to be shot. Just bringing this stuff out. Like I said, you see how they're going to use incidents like this to push the mass deportation of brown people. Some are Israelites, some aren't, but um, here in Babylon, America, and in these other countries like Germany. This is what they're going for. And also, like I said, and he said what? Prepare to be shot if you try to break into someone's home. You see that things are changing out here. Like I said, Esau doesn't have that same pull, that same power like as they did in the past. And as you see that things are escalating more and more, that's going to lead to Jacob's trouble. To the great turmoil that the scriptures talk about Jacob's trouble is going to happen. That will happen. So yeah, it's things are happening out here on a high level. It's not much longer. It's not much longer. Esau's he's failing fast. He's failing fast. He has to start. You're gonna see things escalate more when they're gonna start coming against the men of the Lord, men of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, the brothers who's out in the highways and hedges pushing his words, and against the other Israelites that's out here, so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Americans. It's getting real close, like before anarchy and all hell breaking loose. 2025 is going to be a special year. I believe 2025 is going to be a real special year. This world, the people that have been mourning and lamenting for a long time, and Esau has made things terrible out here. So stuff is about to come. Stuff is going to happen. It's coming. It's coming. We can see it. Where is it? Second Ezra is going into sedition of men. Second Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. We're seeing it. It's getting to that point. It's getting closer and closer to that point with all these different things happening out here on the earth. It's getting closer and closer. Too much is going down. But it's all through Yahweh Shem Yahshai. He's the one stirring the pot, so to speak. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their action shall stand in their power. And that's what we're getting to. We're getting closer to that. Sedition among men. It said what? Invading one another. That's what those two Hispanic men did, Israelite men. More likely they might be, Israelite men. But that's what they were doing. They were invading another person's home. And the outcome was what? One of them got injured and got deleted. The other one got away. But his outcome, he might be charged with what they said, I think they said attempted murder, if I'm not mistaken. So he's looking at some serious charges coming down on him. Because the other ones, he's gone. So all the charges are going to be put on you, on the one that survives. So we just, like I said, things are happening. We're seeing how things are going to play out. These these different news reports are bringing out certain things that's going down, that's happening. So through those two news clips, you can see why they're going to push towards more and more. Why they're going to push towards mass deportation. All right. That's coming. That will happen. That will happen. It's just inevitable. It's going to happen. The way Esau's feeling right now, that's what he has to push that. They want their so-called country back. They want to, especially here in Babylon, America, they want to make America great again. It's just, hey, just pay attention. The signs are there. Hey, just the signs are there. So, that's all I had on that. It's going to get ugly out here. Before it gets better, it's going to get a whole lot uglier. So, keep praying. Keep calling on the names of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Pray. Keep fasting. Keep doing your due diligence to please Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Come back to him sincerely and in truth. Repent. And follow that 100% truth. That great millstone the apostles and elders are bringing out. Because that's the only way you're going to have hope. You're not going to be able to do it on your own. Things going to get bad out here. Jacob's trouble is on the horizon. It's coming. We're in the beginning stages, but we're not at the stage where it's going to be anarchy. But it's coming. So keep doing what you need to do. I pray that was edifying to a flock. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, or HaKodash. Double honors to apostles, the elders, great millstone, bringing out 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Till next time.